Hey, dude.
Hey, Kev, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Looks like you're in sunny
Yeah,
Pennsylvania,
way too sunny over
and
here.
you've got your Wawa. That's not Wawa though, is it?
It is. It's homemade Wawa.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
gotta have a
you
Wawa.
and you and your Wawa.
They
I'm
gotta
telling you.
sponsor me. Coffee around the world tour or something.
Yeah, there you go. Coffee around the world. Coffee in the Hawaii tour. Think.
Ooh, Kona.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So what you got today? What you doing?
No, just doing the typical stuff. I just kind of got to thinking about something. You know
Hmm.
how I've been using the HTC Advantage for a pretty good while now, and I've
Yeah.
written a lot about it, done some videos. It's no surprise that it's impressed me. I
Mhm.
mean, in fact, I would almost temper it to the point where I'd say, if I was going somewhere for a whole day or longer maybe even, and I was absolutely limited to one thing to bring with me,
Okay.
there's a real good chance it would be the HTC Advantage because I can do almost everything from it if I have to.
If you had to, yeah.
Not as conveniently as the tablet or the MacBook or whatever, but still, I can do most everything.
Yeah.
And so, well, in fact, maybe I'll just show briefly
Mhm.
why that is. This is, if anybody hasn't really seen it, is the Advantage in its included leather case, which
Which
is
is very
pretty
nice.
very nice little portfolio case. But what sets it apart is the magnetic closure with the keyboard. And
Mhm.
people who might not have seen one should be aware that yeah, I'm not a fan of thumb boards, but this one is big enough and spaced enough that I can actually type pretty decently on this. I mean,
With your thumbs.
yeah, with
Mhm.
my well, actually, I do two
Oh.
fingers.
Okay.
I do the, it's not my preferred method, no, but it's better than nothing, and it
Sure.
actually works okay. You get used to it. But the cool thing, of course, is the magnetic clasp. I mean, that just impresses everybody that sees this device. And
Mhm.
you can also, um, of course, whoa, hang on, I just hit a button I shouldn't hit, and it didn't like it as usual. You can also use it totally without the keyboard, which is nice, and I
Sure.
can also use it. In fact, I like reading ebooks in portrait mode,
Mhm.
as you
It's
can see.
perfect for that.
And you can use it totally. The little thin keyboard just connects magnetically, as we said, whether it's in the case or not, so you can actually use it. And while it's kind of bigger than most, I think. Now, I recall in the Starbucks, we were in a Starbucks working one
In New
morning in
Mexico.
Albuquerque,
Yep.
and you played around with the BlackBerry, and you mentioned you were impressed that this was a lot smaller and thinner than you thought it
And lighter.
was.
Yeah.
Lighter, thinner.
Mhm.
It seemed like it'd be wider because the keyboard is quite usable.
Right.
So you assume that this was wider. I remember you said that.
Yep.
And so if you compare that, even though the Advantage is big,
Mhm.
for a phone, it's not that much bigger than the BlackBerry. But anyway, that's not really kind of the purpose of this chat. What I wanted to find out from you, Kevin, is
Mhm.
because since you got a chance to actually, I mean, everybody knows what I think about the Advantage, but
Sure.
since you got a chance to sit with it for a while in Starbucks and play with it and
Mhm.
try different things, and I just want to kind of get what your thoughts on it were. I mean, as far
Sure.
as
Yeah, it's
as
probably
a,
one of
as a
the
mobile
yeah,
device.
it's probably one of the most versatile mobile devices that I used, and I only used it for 5 or 10 minutes there. It's the first time I actually got
Hmm.
to play with one.
Hmm.
But I think back to, that was an unplanned trip to a city we've never been to, Albuquerque.
Right.
Um, you've got built-in GPS, and we used that to navigate around where we
We
needed
used
to.
that the whole trip.
That
It
was
actually worked well, I
that was
thought.
really,
You know.
really nice to have built in.
Hmm.
The fact that the camera, I think you said it was a 3 megapixel camera, and you took a couple pictures of me
I
with it.
think it's 3 megapixels. Wait a minute.
You check that. Whatever the spec
Did
is.
I check it? Oh, well then that's what it is.
No, no, check it now is what I'm
No,
saying.
no, it even says on the back three
Hmm?
megapixel.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is 3 megapixels.
So that's pretty nice to have. And those pictures that you took came out really well, I thought, for, a handheld
Yeah,
device. You
yeah.
had the little thumb board, which I used for a couple minutes. In fact, I responded to a JK on the Run comment in the airport over
Oh, did you?
HSDPA with
I
that.
didn't know that you did that. See?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So,
I've done that a lot. I do that a lot.
it's very versatile. I wouldn't say it's really exceptional at certain things, although the GPS was really nice, I thought, and the
Hmm.
screen is beautiful, and
Hmm.
it's also pretty responsive as a device. But the fact that it does a lot of things well
Yeah.
really, really shocked me. I mean, it's a compelling device to have. If you only could take one, I agree with you. It's
Yeah,
worth
and that's
worth
probably a good
considering.
way to put it. I've never that's not occurred to me before, but you're right. I think it's that it does so many things pretty good
Good
or
enough.
well. Yeah,
Hmm.
that makes it so compelling for me. I mean, I carry it every day
Hmm.
in my bag, even if I take my tablet. Obviously, it's not going to replace my bigger tablet, note
Right.
taking and all that stuff, and I wouldn't even suggest that here, although I probably could work up a system for it, for taking
If you
ink
had to.
notes. Pocket Informant does ink notes real well,
Hmm.
so technically I could actually do it now, but that's not the whole point of this. It's not. I've got my work system. I'm real happy with
Sure.
it. The thing is just this is as a mobile device, it's pretty compelling.
Hmm.
Yeah, and a lot of people, it's pretty funny. Every time I've written about it or whatever, done a video, I always make it clear that even though this has integrated phone capabilities,
Hmm.
it's not a handset.
Yeah.
Okay, and I would never recommend this to anyone as their only cell phone. It's big. You need a headset to use it.
Right.
Whatever. Every time I say that or write that anywhere,
Hmm.
I get emails from people who say, "What are you talking about? I've been using this for a couple of months as my only cell phone, and it's awesome."
You could do it.
So, again, it just keeps pointing out what we keep saying all the time. As far as mobile devices, they're so personal,
Hmm.
it just depends. The point is, I could do that with this if I wanted to. I don't want to.
Sure.
I just like using it as a little mobile communications workhorse.
Yeah,
I
and you
mean,
can do
this
that.
this for me would be the ultimate Kevin Tofel cloud box.
Mm.
Because I mean, you could stay in the cloud all day if that's what you wanted.
Sure.
I use it for other people who've asked me. I have AT&T service on this, the HSDPA,
Right.
3G. It's awesome. I mean, it's fast. I mean,
If that was going to be my
it works
mobile
great.
office, I would have to use a Bluetooth keyboard paired with it.
And I do. I have
Hmm.
the stowaway
Yep.
that I think you showed on a recent video. I
Yep.
have got the same keyboard. I use it not just
I have
that,
some.
but I
Hmm.
also use the stowaway Bluetooth travel
Mouse.
mouse,
Yep.
which I actually use with my tablet when I'm on the road,
Hmm.
but that also works out of the box with Windows mobile devices. It's
Sure.
one of the few Bluetooth mice I'm aware of that even does that.
Hmm.
And I actually have sat many times in a coffee shop with just this stowaway keyboard in front of me, the mouse, and people just look at me like,
What are you
"Whoa,
doing?
that's cool." Because they instantly see when I'm working with the mouse and the full keyboard, I'm not sacrificing anything.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a little screen, but
Yeah.
it fits in my shirt pocket, and I'll actually prove that. Not that you have to take it out of the case and you've got to remove it from the keyboard,
Hmm.
but it does actually fit in my shirt. Well, you can't see it, can you?
Eh,
It does
there you
fit in my shirt pocket.
go. Hmm.
And I actually carry it that way sometimes because I use the ebook reader. And if all I want to do, is carry it and read ebooks, sometimes I
Perfect for
do
that.
that.
Perfect for that.
Or if I want to protect it, got the separate keyboard again.
Right.
It's magnetic. Oops, sorry.
Hmm.
So it becomes a nice little
Very versatile.
thing. So
Very
anyway,
versatile.
that's it. I just was curious what your thoughts were. I mean, I
Yeah.
hadn't really talked to you about it since our trip, since we
Sure.
got back, and I've been thinking, yeah, I want to see what Kevin
And
really
it was the
thought
first
about it.
time I had actually used one, so it was
And
interesting.
you had not seen one, right?
Not
Yeah.
not in the flesh. Nope.
So, yeah, and that's okay. Well,
Hmm.
that's good.
Good stuff. It's a nice device.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, cool.
I'm still using it.
Well,
that's
there you
that's a
go.
lot for
You
me,
must like
isn't
it.
it?
All right, I gotta go fill up on coffee. I'm out.
Yeah, it's been good chatting with you.
All right, I'll catch you later.
We'll do another JK on the Run geek session soon.
All righty. Later, dude.
Bye.